Welcome to another card reveal, guys. Today we're gonna look at all of the cool Druid cards that we're gonna be getting from Across the Timeways, so you guys are prepared for what's to come. Hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be awesome. But now, let's get into the cards.
You are not prepared!
Okay, Hearthstone hasn't updated their library yet with the Druid cards, I don't know why, but I guess we're just gonna have to use Hearthstone top decks instead. And let's go through them. We have a grand total of 10 to go through, so let's get into it. This side is a little bit too white for my liking, but no dark mode or anything like that, I guess. Anyway, first card is gonna be Contingency. This is a 3-mana spell. Draw the bottom 2 cards from your deck. So far, doesn't sound super amazing, but this is basically Arcane Intellect with an extra layer of benefit, I'd say, because the cards that the class is gonna be getting are actually gonna be revolving quite a lot around things like Dredge. It doesn't say Dredge exactly, but it is Dredge. So yeah, this thing drawing the bottom 2 cards from your deck doesn't sound amazing right now, but after we've seen all the cards, you're gonna see it's actually not that bad. Nowadays, Arcane Intellect is not exactly something you straight up run into your deck, but you're definitely happy discovering it. With the next card, we can already see some of the shenanigans you could be pulling off, and here we have the Kaldorei Cultivator, a 3-mana 3/4, battlecry, discover 2 beasts, put them on the bottom of your deck with +5/+5. So if you do this around turn 2 or 3 and you play the other card on turn 3, you get yourself a couple of big beasts you've discovered, and you actually get the tempo out quite a lot. Sounds like a pretty decent thing to be doing. How effective it's gonna be, we're about to see. We also have the 1-mana nature spell Waveshaping. Discover a card from your deck, the others get put on the bottom. Again, another way to be shuffling things at the bottom of your deck. Doesn't sound super amazing, however, like this is kinda counterproductive if I gotta say, but I guess if you discover some decent things as all 3 options, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't sound too amazing. To be fair, if you do discover something really big out of this and you choose the other options and put the big ones at the bottom of your deck, there is gonna be a big payoff, and you're about to see why. The legendary 6-mana 4/7 Krona, Keeper of Eons, is a taunt, and also battlecry, set the cost of the bottom 5 cards of your deck to 1. This used to be super cracked with Warrior back in the day, and it did get nerfed eventually, and this card, again, with all of the shenanigans you could be pulling off shuffling stuff at the bottom, could actually be just as cracked. There's quite a few of these interesting interactions with shuffling and discounting and buffing the bottom of your deck, so maybe it's not gonna be as clunky as it looks so far, but again, it is gonna be kinda weird, I'd say. The Fabled legendary for Druid would be Lady Azshara. She's a 5-mana 5/5 Fabled, choose one, empower Azshara or the Well of Eternity. The other one gets destroyed. And these are both locations. The normal versions are 4-mana free charges, summon a copy of a friendly minion, or the Well of Eternity, fill your hand with random temporary spells. Both costing 4 mana, both with free charges, but their empowered counterparts would be summon a copy of a friendly minion with its stats doubled, or fill your hand with random temporary spells they cast twice. My money would be on Well of Eternity to be a little bit on the broken side. Maybe something like a Dollhouse Druid will be benefiting greatly from something like this, yet another location you have to worry about when facing the deck. The Azshara one also seems interesting, but I don't know. Is it as good as the Well of Eternity? Guess we're about to find out. If you use this one in some Death Rattle Druid or something like that, getting yourself a copy of Ziliax or something definitely could be real strong. So yeah, both locations definitely sound real good. So the Fabled card for Druid, I do believe, will be real strong indeed. 5 more cards left. We have the 2-mana alternate reality. Replace your hand and deck with random choose 1 cards from the past. They cost 1 less. Well, that's a pile of nonsense. I don't know why this card ever gets printed, but if this thing gets cast somehow randomly, definitely would be a pretty sad time to be alive for the Druid. Sounds like a very silly card to me. I don't know who in their right mind would be using this ever, but I guess it's something to think about. It being an epic nonetheless, real silly decision, I'd say, but I don't know. What do we know, guys? We also have the 8-mana 6/6 Highborne Mentor, and this is a battlecry, get a 2/2 pupil, discover a spell that costs 7 or more from the past to teach it. Here's what the pupil looks like. Highborne pupil, battlecry, cast another card. Cast another card? Why doesn't it say cast another spell or something? That's weird. What do you mean cast another card? But yeah, 7 mana plus spells from the past. Generally, there were quite a few real strong ones. So since it has to be from the past, we could gain Crystal Cluster, Drum Circle, Guardian Animals. Miracle Growth was pretty awesome. Overflow's okay, but could be problematic, but obviously you are discovering, so it should be fine. Scale of Onyxia is pretty sick. Wisps of the Old Gods, not exactly amazing. Celestial Alignment could be interesting, I guess. Scenario Wards, Cultivation, Gift of the Wild, Nightshade Bud, The Forest State, Sunwell, Tree of Life, Convoke the Spirits, Survival, Survival of the Fittest, and Ultimate Infestation. Not gonna lie, most of these spells really are hella strong, so this card might actually be pretty cracked. Druid of Regrowth is a 6-mana free 5. It has Rewind, Battlecry, cast 2 random nature spells. With the nature spells, we do have quite a few in the game right now, including frickin' Shaladrasil, which is kinda sick. But yeah, usually nature spells are 5 mana or less, so you shouldn't be getting yourself anything too amazing in terms of mana cheat, but things like Flipper Friends, Ungoro Brochure, Ward of Earth, Trees, Hydrolization could be amazing. That kind of stuff definitely could spark joy out of a card like this. And you do have a shot at rewinding, so shouldn't be too bad. It does cost 6 mana, however, and it only has a free 5, no taunt or anything like that, so I'm not sure how important this card really is gonna be. My money would be not exactly great, but it definitely does have some decent high roll potential. The Endangered Dodo is a 5-mana 5/5 beast, and it has Taunt. If you have 10 or less health, gain +5/+5 and summon a copy of this. So 5-mana 20/20 Taunt. Was that on anybody's bingo list? Yeah, me neither. This does sound kinda insane, but to be fair, if you're already down on 10 health, you're probably already in range for some burn damage for most of the decks that can tempo you out cards, but this card definitely is way overdue now in it. 5-mana 20/22 copies too. It's kinda insane having a couple of 10/10 taunts like that. You are gonna have to fly dangerously close to the sun, but if you do, this thing would be pretty cracked. I do believe this should be a pretty strong card. On its own, just a 5-mana 5/5 taunt. Pretty crap, not gonna lie. But if you meet the requirement and you actually live long enough to stabilize after that, this thing would be huge indeed. And the last card for Druid would be the 2-mana Ebb and Flow, and this is a deal 3 damage. If you played a minion while holding this, gain 5 armor. It's a nature spell, nothing too fancy, but it's a nice little way to be controlling the board while gaining yourself a little bit of armor, so I do believe this card should be helping the Druid class curve into their bullshit, cheat out a ton of mana gameplay. And this thing can also go face, so maybe it would be a nice little thing for things like Dollhouse Druid as well, but it should be fitting into a lot of Druid decks that just want to be curving into their later game. Being able to kill something while gaining 5 armor definitely ain't no joke. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the Druid cards. All around, they look like an interesting package. Some of these cards really look hella strong, like Krona, like Lady Azshara, and that Dodo definitely has the potential to be quite the cracked stabilization card to be having. So yeah, I think Druid also is gonna be eating good on this expansion. But do let me know in the comments what you guys think about these cards. Do you have some good deck ideas out of these already? Maybe something you would like me to try on the Fury Crafting if we get invited again this year? Would love to hear it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, a like and a subscribe would be great, and thanks for watching. I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.